So today we're gonna be reacting to this video called The Story of Roblox's Fastest Growing Dev by Skate, by the way. Here we go.
This is MiniToon,
Yeah.
multi-aficionado and the developer who holds the title of fastest game to reach 1 billion visits on Roblox, accumulating numerous awards and being celebrated as one of the most influential developers the platform has ever seen. MiniToon has continuously produced vibrant storylines in some of the most legendary games on Roblox. Now, to begin, we have to go back to where it all began. Not just kidding. You really thought I was gonna start every video the exact same way? Well, you're actually completely right, because originality is hard. But anyways, MiniToon got his start on Roblox way back in the ancient times, joining on November 24th, 2011. That's over 10 years ago. I just gotta say though, he's not more ancient than me because I joined on September 9th, 2010. Subtle flex. So that makes me cooler by default, I'm gonna be honest. MiniToon began learning how to make Roblox games very early. Getting started with scripting, he initially downloaded free models, essentially ripping them apart to learn how the code works.
Wait, what? That's actually a cool idea. Okay, that's actually
cool. Using this knowledge, MiniToon decided that he was finally ready to release his first project, a game known as Five Nights at Chuck E. Cheese.
Wait, what? I don't remember this game. What is this game?
Small taste of success, given that it was his first game.
This was his first like popular game.
Which many devs consider a massive milestone.
I've never heard of this game before.
It's actually pretty fun. It's very similar to the super popular Five Nights at Freddy's games.
I mean,
as you can
obviously.
See. However, I still think that MiniToon did
it's basically like FNAF, but
on the popular classic.
It's like FNAF, but Chuck E. Cheese.
You cannot tell me that you did not get Five Nights at Freddy's vibes. This dude walked out at your 5th birthday party. My man Chuck was definitely the OG nightmare fuel, and I will die on that hill. He soon began to establish connections with other developers in the community, all the while learning as much as he could regarding Roblox game development. He continued learning for a few years, creating a few less notable, smaller projects to improve on his scripting and building. But these few years of learning definitely helped propel his career forward immensely, eventually resulting in the release of a few SCP games. These games are actually still up today, featuring a small but very dedicated
I think I played these.
Site 35 was the former of these two games, featuring a traditional round-based player versus player SCP game. As you can see here in the lobby, there are tons of people that contributed to this project. You can even see MiniToon up there. Although I'm not too sure what's going on with his outfit. What's with ask the man himself. What the heck is that? SCP Containment Breach, released around a year later, with similar gameplay but immensely more content.
I remember this.
It clearly took heavy inspiration from a similar game by the same name, but regardless, it's extremely fun and pretty well made. Also, as a small little side note, there is actually a now private game that MiniToon released all the way back in 2017.
I remember this.
The Take game. You could play as Mr. P from Piggy well before the actual game was released.
I remember this. It's a pretty funny game.
One of the first models ever made for the game. As I said, it's now private, but luckily our favorite Piggy YouTuber Craft got access a few years ago, and what was in the game was pretty funny. OG Roblox players instantly recognized the map, which was actually
the Survive Area 51
games that were popular for a while. But anyways, I'm not sure what the actual point of this game was, given that there was just random
it was probably just everywhere, a random game.
It's still definitely interesting to see one of the earliest appearances of a Piggy character on Roblox.
That's
These two games would serve as MiniToon's foundation within the horror genre on Roblox. While they were moderately successful, they would absolutely no match for Piggy. The success that MiniToon would have just a few short years later. One day he was messing around in various Peppa Pig horror games on Roblox and decided that he could take this idea and run with it. And run with it he did. Piggy released on January 28th, 2020
on Corey Crowd's birthday.
Landslide of success. With the release of Piggy, MiniToon added arguably the most recognized chapter in the entire game, which he titled House. Players absolutely loved it, falling in love with the simple gameplay loop and consistently coming back to find out what happens next in the storyline. MiniToon
they were like
did
weekly
not let the hype
updates,
die, as he would go on to consistently release chapters almost weekly over the next few months. He had built a horror gaming empire, but this would just be the beginning for Piggy. On April 15th, 2020, not even 3 months after the game released, Piggy would be crowned with the title of fastest game to reach 1 billion visits on the entire platform. A title which Piggy actually still holds to this day. MiniToon immediately took to Twitter to thank his community for all of the support, stating that the Piggy community is entirely responsible
for his success. That's when the traitor update was released.
Regardless of this seemingly overnight celebrity status bestowed upon him, MiniToon did not let off the gas whatsoever. He continued putting out consistent updates, with the end of Book 1 capitulating towards the end of May in Chapter 12. Millions of people joined the game to witness the epic conclusion of Piggy's 3-month journey so far. and it would not disappoint. Videos of Piggy's ending in Chapter 12 were accumulating millions of views across social media, and it left players with one burning question. What would be next for Piggy? MiniToon would soon answer this question with the release of Build Mode, a unique feature that allowed players to create their own maps.
That was very fun, yeah.
It also served as a sort of distraction to keep players entertained until MiniToon could get Book 2 finished.
Yeah.
Book 2, Chapter 1, released on September 12th,
I remember the hype, dude.
What I would consider to be the beginning of the end for Piggy. As the game's storyline was becoming increasingly complex and difficult to follow for Piggy's mostly younger audience. However, I would just like to clarify that when I say the beginning of the end, I'm referring to a downturn in player count, not saying that the game died. After all, Piggy...
The reason why a lot of players stopped playing Piggy after Book 2 came out is because, you know, random 6-year-old Timmies just kind of couldn't process what was going on in the game. The game became, like, too complex, you know? All those puzzles and stuff, they just, you know, an average 8-year-old just kind of couldn't figure that out, so they were like, well, that's dumb. I don't get it. Let me just play Pet Simulator X, you know what I mean?
After all, Piggy still averages like 30,000 players some days, so if that's dead, sign me up. MiniToon kept releasing story chapters as well as creating unique seasonal events within the game.
That was amazing.
In October, Piggy had its first Halloween event, a trend that would continue with
Mr. Stitch, I remember this.
Yep. This was around the time that Piggy began to expand into the real world.
Yeah, the toys.
In the form of toys and other merchandise. In collaboration with various toy companies, MiniToon released a ton of action figures, plushies, and more. I'm sure if you've walked into your local Walmart and headed over to the toy section lately,
we don't have Walmart in Croatia, but
of the aisle dedicated exclusively to Piggy toys. Piggy was continuing to revolutionize Roblox gaming, further reinforcing its status as a cult classic on Roblox. There were even Piggy building sets that came out in late 2020, and as someone who absolutely loved Lego as a kid, I think that's pretty cool. Each Piggy toy came with a redeemable DLC code
for the Steam game.
Currency the Steam game. Toy. The recognizable characters reimagined in the form of toys, coupled with the in-game incentives, resulted in the merchandise practically flying off the shelves. Overall, MiniToon has released dozens of merchandise items over the past few years, and honestly, you know you've made it when your toys are in stores like Target and Walmart. And you never know, maybe one day I'll have my own plushies in Walmart. It was around this time when MiniToon largely began to slow down with updates. Instead of the weekly releases we saw in Book 1, updates were sometimes taking over a month to come out. Finally, on November 24th, 2022, MiniToon released the sad but inevitable series of tweets that had been expected for a while now. Piggy would no longer be updated. Citing reasons such as creative limitation, feeling burnt out, and just an overall loss of love for the game, MiniToon announced his departure from working on Piggy. The Piggy fan base was absolutely devastated, but luckily MiniToon didn't leave us in the dark as he confirmed that other games were in the works as well. Further Piggy Intercity and Iron Assault updates were implied, as well as a brand new story-based series. And in all honesty, if Piggy taught us anything, it's that we should be on the edge of our seats for any new MiniToon game. And I'm genuinely excited to see what he has in the works. While the initial hype has largely died down, MiniToon hasn't let that stop him from creating experiences. In fact, just this month, Piggy had a collaboration with one of the most legendary metal bands of all time, Metallica. It just goes to show that regardless of current player count, a game's legacy is ultimately what is taken into consideration for partnerships. Even today, just as I'm wrapping up editing this video, MiniToon has announced a new partnership with YouTube, posting this teaser on Twitter. Overall, MiniToon is largely applauded for not having excessive game passes and other microtransactions in his games. He simply created games coming from a love of development. I think that this is the best way to go about things, because if you do what you love consistently, more often than not, the money will come eventually. To sum things up, MiniToon has proven time and time again that he is one of the most legendary developers the platform has ever seen. He's just a genuinely good person and has proven that while success can take time, it is entirely achievable with dedication, hard work, and perseverance. All it takes is a silly game idea inspired by Peppa Pig. And with that, please subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.
I'll have the full video in the description if you want to check it out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!